po ako nag-talk sa DTI. Okay? So for this afternoon, we'll talk about expansion primarily po sa franchise program, no? Okay, so let me start. Anyway, if you have question po, we can make it ano po, we can make this discussion engaging, no? So if you want to have if you want to ask question, let me
Wag pa lang
record.
tayo.
Okay. Sige po, if you want to ask question po, pwede po tayong mag-raise ng hand or you can type your questions in the chat box. Okay, so let me start by sharing my screen. Okay. Okay, so how to franchise your own business, no? So before we start, so as mentioned by Ma'am, so these are my companies po. So aside from my consultancy, I'm also a franchisor. So I have my own food business. So these pickup sticks, we have currently we have 48 branches. So primarily in Metro Manila. So this is a Filipino street food concept. So, and also I have my consultancy firm. So primarily ang consultancy puro expansion. We also help our clients in selling their franchise brands or sometimes mga clients na gustong ibenta yung negosyo. So we help them. So we have the Loop franchise and business brokers. And also in relevance to digital marketing, so we have clients na they ask assistance from us in developing digital marketing activities, plans, and we implement the plans for digital marketing. So these are my companies. But ako, hands-on talaga ako in my consultancy firm. So we have the team na for our franchise business, and for these two Loop businesses, so I invested in that business lang. So I ask as their consultant. For my expansion, for my consultancy, if you will notice, I will discuss this kasi baka meron po kayong other question aside from franchise, no? So pwede kayo magtanong about valuation, about business planning, strat planning, even e-commerce. But in terms of expansion po, we develop programs for franchise, co-ownership, or distribution. May mga types of businesses kasi na mas magandang igawa ng distribution program compared sa franchise. Okay? When we say kasi franchise, exactly the same business model, i-duplicate lang natin into other areas. Okay? So there are factors to consider if a business is franchisable or not. Okay? So we will discuss that in our topic. Okay, so ito yung outline natin for this afternoon. So 5 lang naman na modules to. So first we'll have an introduction about franchising, and then the 2, 3, 4, and 5, lahat ito part of the franchise program. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, and 5. So when we develop a franchise program, we start with a franchise business plan. So in the business plan, this is where we discuss the or prepare the financial model, ano ang dapat na franchise fee, what should be the royalty fee to be collected in our franchisees, ano mga dapat na mga margins ng products natin sa production, sa franchisee, more on numbers and strategies dito sa franchise business plan. Second na part ng program is the operations manual. So this is the Bible of our franchisees in running the day-to-day operations. Sabi nga natin, ang isang successful na negosyo sa isang location, i-duplicate natin sa other location. That will make us a franchise branch. Okay? Sa isang franchise branch, as a franchisor, hindi tayo nagpapatakbo nun. Ang nagpapatakbo nun is franchisee. Ano ang guide nila sa pagpapatakbo everyday ng negosyo na yon? Tinitrain natin sila pero they have the guidance. Yun ang franchise operations manual. Para lahat consistent. Let's say, if it's a chicken restaurant, ang gravy dito sa Manila hanggang dyan sa Pulilan, hanggang sa Jensen, pare-pareho ng lasa. Pare-pareho ng lasa ng chicken. Okay? Because of the consistency ng systems and operations. Okay? So very critical ang operations manual. Siyempre, very important also yung legalities and of course the franchise agreement para maiwasan yung mga issues and of course mga pag-aawayan between the franchisor and franchisee, maiiwasan yan because of this franchise agreement. And syempre, in franchising your business, being a franchisor, you are creating a new business. Kung ngayon meron kang restaurant, nagbebenta ka ng mga food items, pag nagpa-franchise ka, hindi na itong negosyo na to, hindi ka na nagbebenta ng pagkain. Nagbebenta ka na ng negosyo. Nagbebenta ka na ng business opportunity sa ibang tao na gustong magnegosyo using your own franchise system, your own franchise name and brand. Okay, so binibenta natin yon. So we develop leads for franchise. So that's why we have the franchise sales. But very critical is the digital marketing. So we develop franchise leads using digital marketing strategies and also platforms. Okay. Hindi lang puro expo, hindi lang puro tarps or mga billboards, no? So we have a more efficient way of doing marketing using the digital platforms. Okay, so introduction. Ano ba ang franchising? So sabi natin, business expansion strategy. So this is just a method of doing business wherein we allow the franchisee, we allow someone, a partner, a franchisee, to use our name. Okay, to use our name, to use our system. So yun yung essence ng franchising. Dapat may pangalan ka, dapat may sistema ka. Dapat maganda ang concept mo kasi pinapagamit natin sa iba. And what's in it for us as a franchisor? So there will be payment of fees. That's why iba na ang type of business ng being a franchisor. Iba na ang mga revenue sources. Okay? 3 elements of the franchise: use of name. So when we allow someone to use our name, dapat we own the name. So kailangan nakapagparehistro tayo ng trademark sa Intellectual Property Office. So maswerte tayo dahil merong negosyo center na tumutulong sa atin sa pagpaparehistro ng mga ganito. For example, sa trademark. Okay? And use of system. So dapat may sistema ang negosyo natin kasi yun ang binabayaran ng mga franchisee sa atin. Okay? Dapat may operations manual and payment of fees. Okay. So meron dalawang personality sa franchising. We have the franchisor and we have the franchisee. Si franchisor, tayo yung owner ng concept, tayo yung owner ng brand, tayo yung owner ng system. We tested it, this type of prototype, we tested it, proven ang system and concept, and that's the time na we duplicate into other location. So we duplicate a successful business model. We do not duplicate a business model na hindi proven, na hindi successful. Okay? Na walang maayos na market study at feasibility study. Okay? So if your existing business is failing for whatever reason, we don't duplicate that. Kawawa naman ang franchisees. Ayusin muna natin. Okay? So this is an expansion strategy for the franchisor. The franchisee naman is our partner and they are investing with us, okay, to be their own boss. Magiging negosyante sila na hindi sila magi-start from scratch. Magiging negosyante sila na hindi sila mag-iisip kung anong concept. Magiging negosyante sila na hindi sila magdi-develop ng sarili nilang produkto from scratch. Mahirap yun. Okay? So yun ang binabayaran ng mga franchises sa atin. Yung pinagdaanan nating hirap sa pagtayo ng concept, pag-establish ng system, sa pag-develop ng mga products, yun yung binabayaran sa atin being a franchisor. Kagandahan sa franchisee, you are in a business for yourself but not by yourself. Meaning, there's someone, the franchisor, who guides us in managing the business. Okay? Kasi ka-partner ng franchisor si franchisee. So, hindi pinapabayaan ng franchisor si franchisee. Si franchisee, siyempre, they're the one who provide the capital, manpower, and time. Kagandahan nun, tayo as a franchisor, hindi mo kailangan bantayan lahat ng location mo kasi we have the franchisee. Okay. Ano yung advantage kapag tayo ay franchisor? It's a source of fund for expansion. Magbibigay ako ng isang example ha. Sa Pickup Sticks, when I started it last 2017, okay, nag-open ako ng isang branch sa Robinsons Forum, okay? Ang ganda ng performance. So, another branch ako, another company owned sa Pioneer Center. So, dito yan sa Capitolio, Pasig. One in Mandaluyong, one in Pasig. So, since na maganda pareho ang performance, nag-isip na ako to franchise. Inayos ko na yung franchise program. Pero, sabi ko, during that time, with the 2 stores, ang commissary ko sa bahay lang. Okay? So, sabi ko, magpapa-franchise na ako. Pag franchise ako, I will be needing commissary talaga. So, naghanap ako ng location ng isang commissary around almost 400 square meters. So, medyo malaki. Ang renovation cost, aabot ng 800,000. So, kailangan ko ng 800,000. Ikaka-start ko pa lang. So, ang ginamit kong strategy is franchising. Okay? So, inayos yung franchise program. Nagpa-franchise ako. Ang franchise fee ko was 160,000. Inoffer ko ng 50% for the first 10 franchisees. In 1 month, nakuha ko yung 10 franchisees, nakakuha ko ng 800,000. So, hindi ako naglabas ng pera to establish my own commissary. Okay? So, this is a source of fund for expansion. No? So, hindi natin kailangan mangutang sa bangko para mag-expand. Using the franchise model, magagamitan natin to. Okay. And also, rapid branch and brand development. Kahit magbukas ako ngayon, every month, magbukas ako ng 4, kayang-kaya namin buksan yan. Kasi hindi naman kami mag-manage. Okay? Ititrain lang namin sila. Hindi naman ako ang mag-i-invest sa branch na yon. Sila naman. So, may franchise system lang kami. Okay? Economy of scale. Marami nagtatanong sa amin. This is very classic, no? Marami nagtatanong sa amin, Joms, paano kung yung franchisee mo gumawa ng sarili nilang barbecue kasi mga barbecue products kami. Paano kung gumawa sila ng sariling barbecue? Magiging problema ba yon? Sabi ko sa kanila, we are very confident na hindi sila gagawa ng sariling barbecue. Bakit? Kasi hindi nila alam yung recipe. Yes, unang-una hindi nila alam yung recipe. Pero pwede naman silang gumawa ng sariling recipe. Ang pinaka-importante dito is the economy of scale. Sa sobrang dami ng branches namin, pag bumibili kami ng mga meat, by ton, madamihan. So pag madamihan ang order namin, nakukuha namin na mas mababang presyo, mas mahaba pa ang payment term namin. Compared sa isang branch, bumili sila ng karne, 20 kilograms, mahal ang presyo nun compared sa 1 ton. So we are very confident, even if they produce on their own, mas mura pa rin ang galing sa commissary namin. At the same time, we have production system, mas efficient na yung sistema namin sa pagpuproduce. May mga machineries kami for production. So mababa ang cost to produce namin. It's because of the economy of scale. Okay? So that's an advantage. Kapag malaki na ang operations mo, pababa yung cost. So advantage natin yan in the franchising. We can penetrate any market. For example, pwede kami mag-open sa Cebu, sa Iloilo, sa Davao. Kasi using the franchise program, kahit hindi ako magbiyahe papuntang Cebu frequently, kaya ko mag-open ng branch. Okay? No day-to-day responsibility as mentioned kasi we have the franchisee who manage the business every day. Very lean po ang organization. Hindi namin kailangan napakadaming tao kasi training team lang, operations team lang, marketing ang kailangan namin. Okay? May mga tao kami, of course, sa production, sa commissary, although it's a separate business naman. Okay? It creates new business opportunities. Habang padami ang branches, maraming papasok na business opportunity. Ngayon, nagsusupply na kami ng uniform. Hindi naman kami garment manufacturing. Pero nakakapag-supply na kami kasi madami na kaming mga tao sa mga branches. Okay? Employed na mga franchisees. Meron na kaming mga other sources of revenue. Meron kaming another partner na pinasok as bookkeepers. Okay? So maraming nagiging opportunity na negosyo habang palaki ng palaki ang number of branches. Okay? So yun ang mga advantage, some of the advantages being a franchisor. Si franchisee naman, may advantage din. Kasi sabi nga natin, hindi na sila mag-start from scratch. Mahirap mag-start from scratch ng isang negosyo. Proven concept and products na ang i-start nila. They can already capitalize on the brand value. Magkakaroon na ng tiwala yung customer nila kasi branded na ang pina-franchise nila. Yung systems and procedures, proven and tested na. Hindi ka na magta-trial and error. Okay? May operations manual na sila. May training pa. Kayo, nung nag-start kayo, since hindi naman tayo franchisee, nung nag-start tayo ng negosyo natin, tayo lahat ang nag-establish niyan. Tayo nag-establish ng products, ng concept, tayo ang nag-develop ng brand natin, tayo ang gumawa ng systems. Mahirap yon, hindi yan mangyayari overnight. So, si franchisee, kaya mangyari overnight because of the franchise model. Okay? May training. We also assess the location ng mga franchisees. Okay? So, marketing support, etc., etc. That's why, ang success rate ng franchisee is 90% as compared to startup. Mahirap mag-start ng negosyo. Alam natin yan, mahirap mag-start ng negosyo. Kaya nga, maswerte tayo kasi meron katulad ng DTI na nag-assist sa pag-start ng isang negosyo. Okay. Ngayon, ang question, ano ba ang requirements para makapagpa-franchise tayo ng negosyo? Inuna natin, trademark registration. You should own your brand, your trademark. Very critical. Okay? Number two is a separate corporation intended for franchising. Bakit kailangan magkaroon ng sariling korporasyon ng franchising? Sabi ko nga kanina, this is another business. Hindi ka na nagbebenta ng produkto, nagbebenta ka na ng negosyo. So, iba ang type of business. Second, imagine, kung marami ka ng assets ngayon, nagpa-franchise ka, syempre, may expose ka into several franchise agreements. If you have, for example kami, almost 50 branches, exposed kami sa 50 franchise agreement na anytime magkaroon kami ng maling action, nagkaroon kami ng violation sa franchise agreement, pwedeng may magdemanda sa amin na almost 50 din. So we have to be protective in terms of this type of situation. No? So dapat may separate corporation. It creates a firewall between you, between your existing asset and the franchising. Para worst case scenario, magkaroon man ng demandahan, ang i-demanda nila si franchise corp lang. Wala namang asset si franchise corp. Okay? So, yun ang isang ano. And of course, yung sa taxation, merong mga advantages using a separate corporation for taxation. Another requirement is dapat meron tayong maayos na franchise program. Okay? Kasi this is a new business. It involves legalities. It involves the right business planning. Kailangan maayos ang franchise program. Strategic plan as well. Kailangan planuhin ng maayos. And a franchisable brand. So ito yung sinasabi ko. Paano natin malalaman if ang negosyo is franchisable or not? Okay. Number one, paano natin malalaman if franchisable na ang negosyo natin? Dapat magkaroon ng credibility ang negosyo. When we say credibility of the brand, especially sa panahon ngayon, pag nag-check ng credibility, nag-assess yung mga franchisees, unang titingnan digital platforms. Gaano ka nakatagal sa negosyo? Gaano kaganda ang social media? Sino ang may-ari ng negosyo na yan? Credible ba ang person behind the brand? May website ba? Okay? Tinitingnan lahat yan. It adds credibility to the brand. Okay? Kung ang Facebook page mo, medyo magulo, okay? Tapos ang likes, 40 lang. Tapos medyo hindi ganun ka-professional yung mga content. Siyempre, magkakaroon ng effect sa credibility ng brand yan. So dapat when we have digital platforms, very professional para maging credible. Another one is unique selling proposition. So what makes you different from your competition? What is your edge from the competition? Dapat meron ka nun. Hindi pwedeng pare-pareho lang tayo. Walang mag-franchise sa atin nun kung pare-pareho lang tayo. Meron ka dapat competitive edge. Identify that kasi yun ang i-highlight mo in your marketing. Ease of knowledge transfer. Dapat madaling i-transfer yung sistema, madaling matrain yung mga franchisee using our business. Okay? Not too technical. Okay? Adaptability meaning kahit saan mo yan ilagay, pwede. I mean, kahit saang type of market. Kahit lagay mo sa Cebu, dapat pwede. Kahit ilagay mo sa Davao, dapat adaptable yung concept natin para walang limitation in terms of expansion. Okay? A successful prototype is very important. Okay? So, gagawa ng feasibility para yun ang iduduplicate natin. Proprietary items is also very important. Ano mga proprietary items? Yung pag-aari natin. Number one is the brand. Kung nasa food business ka, dapat naka-secure yung recipe ng mga products natin. Kung nasa retail ka, as much as possible, yung mga products na nire-retail nakapangalan sa atin. Okay? So, yun ang proprietary items. Investment affordability. Dapat ang total investment ng package natin hindi ganun ka taas. Kasi the higher the investment level, of course, mas konti lang pwede mag-invest sa atin. So that's why in the franchise financial modeling, we optimize the investment level. Okay? Kung restaurant yan na around 100 square meters, kung ang total investment is around 4 million, baka pwede natin ibaba. Okay? Let's adjust in the construction materials. Let's adjust in the franchise fee. Baka pwede natin ibaba yung investment para maging affordable yung investment package natin. Okay? Aside from the investment is of course the profitability. That's very critical. How profitable yung business concept. That's why we really check the cost of goods or cost of sales. If you sell, let's say, a bottled water, okay? Pag nagbenta tayo ng bottled water, magkano kunwari ito sa mall? 20 pesos. Magkano ang production cost namin? Confidential to ha. Ang production cost namin is 4.6 pesos. Imagine, 4.6 binibenta namin ng 20 sa mall. That's only 23%. 23% cost of goods. Meaning, we have 77% of margin. High profit, low cost. Okay? Kung ang product natin, let's say ito, ang cost of production namin is 15 pesos, binibenta namin ng 20, hindi na pwedeng i-franchise yan. Kasi mataas na to begin with yung cost ng produkto natin. Ipapasa mo pa sa franchisee. Okay? And of course, dapat long-term ang market potential. Hindi yung concept na uso lang siya ngayon dahil summer. Summer, ang lakas ng benta. Pero pagdating ng other months, wala na. Okay? So dapat long-term ang market potential natin. Hindi lang uso for this year. Okay? Hindi lang malakas ang negosyo dahil may pandemic. Dapat kahit walang pandemic, continuous yung potential ng business. Okay? Kung ang business mo is para lang sa pandemic, hindi pwede ipa-franchise yan. Okay? Patapos na ang pandemic. Okay. Another important requirement is the franchise program. Some companies, they create their own franchise program, but most of the companies, they hire someone like us in the consultancy to assist them in developing the franchise program. So these are the inclusions of developing a franchise program. First, we assess the franchisability. So kasama yan. Ina-align natin yung expansion. Saan nyo ba gusto mag-expand? Metro Manila lang? Or buong Luzon? May Visayas ba? If you are into food business, how can you expand sa Visayas? Paano yung commissary mo? Paano yung logistics ng mga raw materials? So we have to align everything. Hindi pwedeng bukas lang ng bukas. Okay? That's the first part of the franchise program. As mentioned, we have the franchise business plan. The franchise business plan is more on the financial modeling. Kaya 3 and 4, we have the franchisee financial structure and the financial structure of the franchisor. The fourth one. We have the franchise agreement, legalities, no? The operations manual, and the sales and marketing plan. So yun ang inclusion ng isang professional na franchise program. Okay. So let's talk about the first module. 4 yan na. Business plan. Kakatapos na natin sa introduction. Business plan, franchise agreement, or unahin natin ang operations manual. Business plan, operations manual. Third is the franchise agreement. Fourth is the sales and digital marketing. So first part is the franchise business plan. So very critical in creating a financial model. Sabi natin, business plan is more on financial modeling. Sa top line, kung meron ditong mga nasa finance, sa financial model, number one talaga, top line is the sales. Sales forecast, benta, revenue. Gaano kalaki ang ifo-forecast natin on a monthly basis sa isang franchisee. Assuming na inassign natin ang isang franchisee sa Kapitolyo Pasig, sa area namin. Oh, Joms, ikaw ang franchisee namin sa Kapitolyo Pasig, food business. Ano ba dapat ang sales forecast ko sa Kapitolyo Pasig? Gaano ba kalaki ang market share na target ko sa area? Gaano kadami kaya ang number of transactions every day and every month? Magkano ang average value per transaction? That's very critical, yung value per transaction. Okay? I'll give you an example. There's a concept, no? Existing pa rin yan ngayon. It's a food business cart. Pero since 2017, 2018, nahihirapan talaga yung mga franchisees. Ang daming bumibili na customer. Pero during that time, yung price nila ng produkto, pagkain to was only 12 pesos. Sa 12 pesos, solved na sa merienda yung isang tao. So, bumili sa'yo 100 customers every day. Ang benta mo 1-2 lang every day. Imagine 1-2 every day times 30 days. May rental ka, may tao ka. Pero ang daming bumibili. Okay? So that's very critical. The average value per transaction. Ewan ko lang kung na-observe nyo to Pag pumunta kayo ng food court, SM food court, no? SM food court. Punta kayo, tingnan nyo yung mga presyo sa stall. Pag sinabi natin stall ng food court, yung nasa gilid, yung mga nakasemento, nasa gilid, stall type yan, food court. Yung nasa gitna, mga kiosk or cart. Okay? Pansinin nyo, yung nasa gilid, ang presyo niyan, average meal, 200 pesos, 250 pesos. Para makakain ka ng decent na meal, 200 to 250 pesos. Requirement yan ng mall. Itaas mo yung meal. Okay? Because of the average value per transaction. Okay? So, ginagawa talaga nila yan. Hindi ka makakain doon ng worth 100 pesos sa stall. Okay? So, laging naka-bundle, may ulam, may gulay, may rice. Di ba? So, mga ganyan. Okay. And that equates to the average daily sales. Average number of transactions every day, assuming 100 customers every day. Ang average value mo is, let's say, 200 pesos. And that equates to 20,000 every day, average daily sales. Okay? So that's very critical. Ano ang marketing strategy mo to hit that daily sales? Kaya ba ng branch in terms of capacity? Who is your primary target market? Sino ang competitors natin in that area sa food court, for example? Kung sino mga competitors natin, nandun yung target market, ilang % of market share ang ita-target natin doon. So lahat yan kasama sa sales forecasting alone. Okay? So that's very critical. Top line of your financial model. Sabi ko, next is profitability. You should be able to identify the right cost of goods. Pag nagkamali kayo ng computation, bottom line nyo every end of the month, magne-negative kayo. Dapat alam natin ang cost of goods ng every product or even service. Sa service, for example, may client ako na barbershop, kino-compute ko yan. Magkano ang consumables na ginagamit? Pati mga lotion na ginagamit pang massage ng ulo. Minsan sinashampoo pa sila. Magkano ang cost ng kada shampoo for every person? Plus the commission of barbers. Kasama yan lahat sa costing. Hindi pwedeng basta na lang tayo maglalagay ng presyo. We should be able to identify the margin. Okay? Kasi bakit? For example, sa food business kami, ang food cost namin mga around 25 to 30% sa production. Ipapasa namin yan sa franchisees. kumikita kami mga 20% margin to going to the franchisees pero si franchisee kumikita yun ng mga 45%, 48%. So kumikita ang commissary namin. Okay. So talking about the investment, syempre alam natin dapat yung return of investment. Okay? So i-explain ko lang tong ROI versus payback period para at least aware tayo lahat. Pag sinabi mong return of investment, sasabihin ng return of investment, anong ROI ng franchise? 1 year. Sa amin 2 years. Mali po 'yon. Pag sinabi mong ROI percentage. So pag sinabi natin 1 year, payback period 'yon. Ano ba ang payback period ng pickup sticks? Less than 12 months. Payback period na 'yan. Ang payback period ng ganitong restaurant, mga 3 years, 2 to 3 years payback period. Pag sinabi mong ROI percentage, anong ROI mo per year? 50% return of investment per year. So kung 50% ang return of investment mo per year, so the payback period is 2 years. Diba? So magkaiba ang ROI and payback period. Minsan na interchange lang. Okay? Pag ang return of investment varies on the type of industry and investment level. So normally pag mga kiosk, dapat less than a year. Mga 10 months to 12 months, dapat ROI ka na or payback period ka na. Pag mga restaurant na 2 to 3 million ang investment, mga 1.5 to 2 years. Okay? So it depends on the type of industry and depende rin sa investment level. So of course, we compare that into other investment vehicles like bank, other franchise brands. In general, kapag low risk ang negosyo, low return. For example, sa bangko, pag nag-invest ka sa bangko, low risk yan. 'Di ba? Low risk ang pag time deposit ka, no risk, almost no risk pero very low return. Okay, parang invest ka, low risk, low return. Pero in business, high risk ka pero high return. Okay, pwede ka mag 50% return, 100% return. Pero kailangan pag-aralan ng maayos. So, ang objective natin in creating a franchise model, dapat mabilis ang payback period. So ito yung mga strategies para mapabilis ang payback period, no? Mabilis ang ROI, mabilis ang payback period. So dapat sales mataas, meaning maganda ang concept natin, maganda ang demand, and ilalagay mo pa sa magandang location. Profit margin, dapat mababa ang cost of goods natin. Dapat mapababa natin ang investment level. Kung ang investment level ng kalaban natin is 3 million, pwede natin gawing 2.5 o 2 million, pababain natin. Operating expenses, dapat mapababa natin. Kung sila, nilalagay nila 10 tao, baka tayo, pwedeng gawing 7 to 8 lang. Papababa natin. OPEX. So we can dilute the fixed operating expenses. We minimize the wastage, especially sa food. Kung pwedeng ma-minimize talagang wastage, tataas ang margins natin. And operations efficiency. Next po is ano yung mga fees sa franchising? Di ba may narinig tayo, franchise fee, royalty fee. Sa franchise fee, normally, this is payment of the name, payment for the training, payment for the assessment, the support, the research and development. Ang franchise fee is one-time payment lang yan ng franchisee. Upon signing of the franchise agreement, babayaran nila yan. Pero intangible yon, wala pang mga gamit sa franchise fee. Royalty fee naman is used for the continuing support. Okay, continuing support. Siyempre, maglalagay tayo ng mga tao para suportahan yung mga franchisees, iikutan sila. Okay? We also have advertising fee. Sa advertising fee, we have local advertising and national advertising. Once they renew the contract with us, they have to pay renewal fee. Normally, this is 50% of the then current franchise fee and security deposit. Okay? So, the bottom line in creating a business plan or a financial model, win-win-win. Meaning, sa dulo, consumer, dapat ang pricing natin is competitive, not too high. Kasi 'di ba sabi natin dapat mataas ang margin. Para mapataas ang margin, pwede itaas mo yung presyo, 'di ba? Yung bote na to, ang cost ko 5 pesos, ibenta ko ng 50, 'di ba? 10% na lang ang cost ko, 90% ang margin. Pero bibilhin pa ba ng customer? So dapat balance. So pababain natin yung make the selling price competitive while yung margin ng franchisor maganda and also the margin of the franchisee, franchisor, franchisee, and consumer. So we balance it. All of these parties dapat, especially the franchisor and franchisee, is profitable and competitive yung pricing, value for money para sa mga consumer. Okay, balanced profitability, competitive na selling price. Okay, so we're done with the first module sa business plan. By the way, if you want to have a copy of these slides, we can share it to you. So coordinate lang kayo po sa DTI. So next is the franchise operations manual. Sabi nga natin, this is the Bible of the franchisee in running the day-to-day operations of the branch. Okay. So ipakita ko muna ang operations manual. Iba't ibang modules yan. Number 1, pre-opening. Number 2, HR and administration. Number 3, operating procedures. Dalawang operating procedures, general and technical. Number 3 yan. Number 4, financial management. Number 5, sales and marketing. So 5 modules ang laman ng isang operations manual. So balikan ko lang. Let's start from module 1. Okay. Sa module 1 ng franchise operations manual, these are the pre-opening procedures. We guide them on how to establish the business organization. Kung single prop yan, lahat ng steps sa DTI, ilalagay natin dyan. Kung paano mag-register ng pangalan, paano mag-acquire ng business permits. Once makuha mo na ang DTI certification, pupunta na tayo sa barangay for the barangay clearance or permit. After the barangay, pupunta na sa LGU for the mayor's permit or business permit. After that, pupunta sa BIR for the printing of manual OR and yung 2303. After that, SSS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig, nandyan yan, naka-stipulate lahat ng procedures. Kasi otherwise, tatanungin lang tayo ng franchisee, paano magparehistro? Andito na po yan lahat sa module 1. Even the site acquisition. Ano yung mga factors that we consider in assessment of the location? How do we set up the outlet or the branch? Although tayo nagsiset up as a franchisor, we still guide them, no, para at least may idea sila. What are the requirements as we open? So meron tayong checklist, pre-opening checklist. Kapag lahat yung naka-check na, pwede na tayo magbukas. Okay? Store opening plans. So that's the first module, pre-opening. Sa module 2, it's more on policies and procedures sa HR and administration. Mag-hire sila ng tao. Hindi tayo mag-hire ng tao nila. Sila ang mag-hire ng tao. Pero with guidance. What are the procedures for hiring? Ano yung mga employee classification sa probationary, sa regular employment, organizational structure ng branch nila, health and safety policy, training and orientation, new employee documentation, kasama dyan yung probationary contract and regular employment contract. Time reporting guidelines, kung gagamit ba tayo ng time card or ng biometrics, nandyan lahat ng procedures. Ano yung guidelines natin in the employee compensation? Dapat compliant tayo sa labor law in terms of compensation. May mga BMBE procedures na tinuturo sa atin ng DTI. Nilalagay din natin ng BMBE procedures. BMBE is Barangay Micro Business Enterprise. Okay? Government mandated benefits and contribution payments, yung SSS, PhilHealth, and Pag-ibig, nandito yan lahat. Of course, dress code ng employee, nandito yung uniforms, file management. How are we going to motivate the employees kung may mga incentive programs? How do we process yung mga resignation and termination? And of course, general guidelines in employment practices. Nandito yung, kaya mahaba-haba to dahil nandito yung basics ng labor law. Okay? Para wala tayong magiging violation. Okay. Module 3 sa operations. Ito yung talagang day-to-day na ginagamit ng franchisee. Sa general operations, anong recommended hours, ano yung mga duties for opening and closing, how do we manage inventory, cashiering procedure, how do we manage the supply chain, cost management, etc. General operations. But we have the technical operations. Ito yung very customized to your type of business. If you are into food, for example, ano yung product or service menu, kung sa service, kung sa food, ano yung food safety basics, no? Personal hygiene, again sa food, kitchen procedures, no? Food and beverage preparation. Kung service naman kayo, ano yung mga SOPs sa pag-render ng isang service. Customer transaction processes and POS procedures. Nandito lahat ng sa technical operations. Financial management, fourth part or fourth module of our franchise operations manual. It's more on, of course, financial. So how do we manage the daily sales and cash on hand? How do we prepare the reports, bank deposits and remittances? Kasi syempre, as the franchisee, wala naman sila dyan everyday eh. May mga tao lang. So systems lang pinapagana natin. Daily reporting procedures, monthly reporting procedures, and annual reporting. Pati mga financial statement, meron tayo dyan. And sa marketing. Okay, so we guide them in identifying the primary target market. How are we going to reach that target market with the system ads, local ads? We have Facebook and Instagram, Google Ads, or other social media platforms. How they develop a local advertising program, ganyan. So nandito yung sales and marketing. Okay? So we're done with the second module. So meron pa tayong 3 and 4. Legalities and sales and sa sales and marketing. Now, let me check if there are questions. May question ba kayo para ma-relax muna yung boses ko? Let me know if you have questions. Kung meron, para sagutin natin. Wala naman. So, wala namang question. Pero kung nahihiya kayo magtanong, pwedeng i-type nyo na lang sa chat box. Okay? So, okay. Next is legalities in the franchise agreement. This is very critical. Although I'm not a lawyer, my lawyer prepares the franchise agreement. But normally, ako ang nagbibigay ng what to include in the franchise agreement. Ida-draft lang ni lawyer yan. Okay? So, sa franchise agreement, so ano bang franchise agreement? So this is the legal document that stipulates all of the responsibilities ni franchisor and all of the responsibilities ni franchisees. Okay? Obligations and rights of the franchisor and the franchisee. And also, this is the license given by us, the franchisor, to the franchisee. Ano ang mga dapat nandun? So yun ang ginagawa namin as consultant o attorney. Kailangan nandito yung usage ng trademark. Ito yung franchise fee and the cost of investment. Ito yung royalties. So puro galing sa consultant sa business model. Kaya nothing against the lawyer, no. May mga iba kasi na pinapagawa ang franchise program sa lawyer. The franchise agreement is only a part of the program, di ba? So we are the one who computes the franchise fee, the royalty, the strategies. Ilalagay lang natin sa franchise agreement. And of course, on the technical side, the lawyers draft the franchise agreement, of course, with their experience also in managing that type of business. I mean, that type of engagement. Okay, so we have to stipulate all of the provisions about the use of the trademark, the patent, and the signages. No, they can't modify The logo or the signage, so nandyan lahat. The franchise fee, the manner of collection, and of course, the cost of investment. So royalties and other fees, so nandito, magkano royalty fee? Is it a percentage of the revenue or a fixed cost? No? Kasi minsan, royalty fee, if you are familiar with the royalty fee, normally, it's a percentage of sales. Imagine, if it's a percentage of sales, minsan nagtatago ng sales si franchisee, di ba? For whatever reason. So that's why kami as a consultant, if it's too hard for a business or a concept to monitor the sales, kasi kami, we can monitor the sales. Why can we monitor the sales? Kami sa Pickup Sticks, because all of the products are coming from us, mga mga barbecue, and these products are itemized, quantified, naka-per stick yan. So easily, we can monitor their sales. So that's a strategy in a commissary. Pero if you are into service, for example, barbershop, salon, how can you monitor the sales of your franchisees? It's very hard, di ba? Even if you install everything, CCTV, meron kang POS, lusot pa rin yan. So that's why we can have a fixed royalty fee or a percentage, whichever is higher. Okay? If some of you are into leasing na not only in SM but in malls. Malls normally charge the rent by percentage also. Let's say 15% of your sales is your rental rate. Pero the same thing, nahihirapan sila kasi ang iba hindi naman nagde-declare ng actual sales. So what they do is they collect rental 15% or let's say 30,000 per month, whichever is higher. Okay, so they monitor it. Kaya very critical sa mall yung POS. Hindi ka pwede maglagay ng POS sa mall without accreditation from the IT. Iko-connect nila yan na POS mo sa IT ng mall para they can monitor the sales. Kasi normally percentage. The same thing with a franchise. Operations manual is very critical. Nakalagay sa franchise agreement yung operations manual. Sabi dito sa franchise agreement, if they violated the procedure, if the franchisee violated the SOP in the operations manual, it's a violation as well in the franchise agreement. Okay? So they have to follow the operations manual. And we have to, of course, give a comprehensive operations manual. Assigned territory, marami nag-aaway sa territory. Okay? What is your exclusivity in terms of territory? Example, sa mega mall, okay? Mapapansin natin, I will not mention the brand name. Merong branch sa grocery sa building A. Kiosk to ha. May branch sa building A na grocery. May branch sa building B na grocery. May branch pa sa food court. Okay? 3 branches in one mall. So how is that possible? If the assigned territory is based on the kilometer radius, it won't be possible. Kasi normally, before, no, ang kilometer radius for food, for example, is around 2 kilometer radius, isang branch lang. So in that case, sa mega mall, ang building A, ibang foot traffic yan. Building B, ibang foot traffic. The food court is also a different foot traffic. And that's true. May study dyan. So what they normally do, they assign a specific franchisee or franchise branch according to the population density. So pwedeng is one franchisee for every 30,000 population or foot traffic. Mega mall nasa 100 to 150 foot traffic and every day. So they can have 3 branches talaga in one mall. So it is based on the population density. So tinitingnan niyan sa franchise agreement. Duration of the franchise, yung term. Gaano katagal yung term? 3 years, 4 years, and the renewal rights. So at the end of the term, magre-renew sila. Normally, when they renew the franchise agreement, they have to pay yung franchise fee, franchisee. They have to pay 50% of the franchise fee. So that's the normal provision sa franchise agreement. The training and ongoing support and advertising as well. Training, gaano kadami ang pwedeng i-train at gaano katagal ang training program. Advertising, we have the system advertising or what we call the national advertising fee. We also have the local advertising fee. So nandyan lahat yan sa franchise agreement, dinadraft ng lawyer natin. So siguro I will discuss the common legal problems in franchising para maiwasan natin. So number one na very common is the delay in the delivery of obligations. In any contract anyway, in any contract, if there's a default or delay in the delivery of any obligations, nagkakaroon ng breach of contract. Sa franchising, ang common na nagiging breach is delayed ang bayad ng royalty. Delayed ang bayad ng mga advertising fee. Hindi nakapagbayad sa supplies. Okay? That's on the side of the franchisee. Sa side ng franchisor, hindi ka nakapag-provide ng tamang training. Hindi ka nagbigay ng franchise operations manual. You're not supporting your franchisees. Worst case, and this is very common this is very common. You cannot supply your franchisee for whatever reason. Naubusan ka ng raw materials, nagkaroon ng problema sa production mo, hindi ka nakapag-supply, hindi nakapagbenta si franchisee, nalugi si si franchisee, demandahan. Okay? So yun ang mga very common. So na dapat iwasan natin. As mentioned, missed declaration or under declaration of sales. This is very common. If we collect 3% royalty fee of their sales sa franchisee, tatago nila yung benta nila. Pag tinago nila ang benta nila at nakita nyo, mag-i-start na yung away. So, iwasan na to. There are several strategies to minimize yung mga issues na ganito. Okay? So, hindi 100% na may iwasan pero we can minimize. Mismanagement of the franchise. There are franchisees na they will establish a branch for your concept tapos di naman i-manage, napapabayaan. So, that's a common problem as well. And unfair competition. Okay? So as mentioned kanina in the introduction, so we need to have a separate entity intended for franchising. So this is a franchise corporation. Hindi natin sinabing sole proprietor, it's a corporation. So we know that nasa DTI tayo ngayon na webinar. So we should know the difference between the single prop and corporation type of business. So for franchising, it's high risk. It should be a corporation so that the liabilities is separate from the owners and the corporation itself. Pag single prop, ang liability ng negosyo at liability din ng owner. Sa corporation, ang liability ng corporation is not automatically a liability of the incorporators. So that's why we need to have a separate franchise corp. Okay? And then there's a specific and authorized purpose to grant a franchise. Okay? So lastly, this is the last module of the franchise program, is the franchise sales and digital marketing. But listen, this is applicable to all types of business, not only into sales, the digital marketing. So as mentioned kanina, before you franchise your business, of course, you have your existing prototype. You have your existing business. So what you normally do in marketing is consumer marketing. If I have a restaurant, I do marketing to reach my consumer, to reach my customer. I make the people aware of the products that I offer, mga promotions namin para kumain sila sa restaurant, magpa-deliver ng products namin. That is consumer marketing. But franchise marketing is a different activity. Kasi in franchise marketing, we are not selling a product anymore. I am not selling my food items anymore. I am selling the business opportunity. Okay? I am selling a business to my prospective partner, to my prospective franchisee. So, in terms of targeting, normally magkaiba. In terms of um, demographics and psychographics of the target market, iba na din. At iba na din ang approach. Okay? It's more on lead generation. Okay? And we differentiated yung consumer and franchise. Now, let's also differentiate the traditional and digital. Okay? So before, even kami, before the pandemic, more on traditional ang approach namin. When we open a particular branch, pa na grand opening, flyers, tarpaulin, no. Magbibigay kami ng mga flyers. Okay? Normally, ang flyers namin, ganito kalaki, for example, mga 4 pesos yan. Bigay lang ng bigay. Okay? So, pag nagbigay kami ng mga flyers, di naman namin alam kung sino ang binigyan namin, di ba? Di natin alam kung sino binibigyan natin ng flyer. Di natin alam kung binasa nila yung flyer. Ang iba, tinatapon lang and everything. In marketing, what's very critical is the follow-through activity. In developing sales, in any type of business, insurance, sasakyan, bahay, even may consultancy, pag nagbenta tayo, hindi yan one time na magdi-decide right away. Okay? There's what we call the sales funnel. Okay? We make the people aware first of our products or services that we offer. Awareness muna. Tapos, yung mga aware na customers, ang iba dyan, nagiging interested, nagiging warm audience, we have the hot audience, hanggang sa maging customer natin. These different types of steps in the sales funnel requires different approach in marketing. Okay? Siyempre, pag hindi pa ako kilala, magpapakilala muna ako. Kung hindi pa ako kilala, binigyan ko ng discount yan, walang pakialam yan sa discount. Kasi hindi pa nila ako kilala. Pero yung hot lead ko na, very interested na, inoferan ko pa ng discount, closed deal yan. Okay? So, balik ako, traditional versus digital. Yung mga binigyan natin ng flyers, wala tayong idea kung sino sila. Paano tayo mag-follow through? Okay? Maglalagay ako ng billboards. Okay? EDSA, laki-laki ng billboard. Paano ko malalaman kung sino ang nakakita? So meaning, it's purely awareness campaign. Wala ka ng follow through. Strike anywhere. Shotgun approach. Okay? In digital marketing, it's different. The people na naging aware sa marketing natin, we can retarget them. The aware audiences, we can make them hot or warm audience. Warm and then hot. We have different strategies. Now, how can we do that in digital? Because there's a database in every step of the sales funnel. Facebook advertising, there's a database. E-commerce, there's a database. Okay? So lahat yan may database. Pero pag nabigay ka ng Expo is okay. Kasi sa Expo, pag may bumisita sa'yo, nagpaparegister tayo, there's a database. Lahat na nagbisita sa Expo, pwede natin tawagan. Pwede tayo mag-email. Thanks for visiting us in our booth last ganito ganyan. So if you have further inquiries, so let us know. If you want to have other information, so this is the website, ganito ganyan. So may follow through. Pero ang brochure, stop na yun doon. Okay? That's the traditional. That's why ako in franchise marketing, I highlight yung digital marketing. In franchise marketing, digital marketing ang lead generation. So, when we say digital marketing, marami yan. It's very broad. Pero just to make it practical, no, I want to be practical in digital marketing kasi I'm sure yung mga participants natin ngayon, hindi pa naman ganun ka-technical in digital marketing. Kung ang webinar nito is about digital marketing, ang mga attend, mga technical, i-explain ko lahat to. Pero kung I'm sure na hindi tayo ganun ka-technical in let's be practical. Ano ba ang kailangan lang natin? Start with social media, Facebook and Instagram. Okay? TikTok, yes, pwede naman. Pero if you're not too familiar with Facebook and Instagram, start with Facebook and Instagram. Kasi most likely, kahit hindi ka pa mag-YouTube, okay? One step at a time. Okay, one step at a time. Start with Facebook and Instagram and be good in using Facebook and Instagram. Kasi yung gumagamit ng YouTube, nasa Facebook and Instagram din yan. Yung gumagamit ng TikTok, nasa YouTube and Instagram. Pag naging familiar ka na sa YouTube and Instagram, then that's the time that you use other platform. Use YouTube. After that, use TikTok. Okay, one step at a time. It doesn't mean na you are not using TikTok, you cannot reach your target market. Okay? Be efficient muna with the first few platforms. Pag efficient ka na, familiar ka na on the technicalities, then you can divide your budget, no? Gamitin mo na sa Google Ads, sa YouTube, or sa TikTok. So social media. Next, from the social media, a very important platform that we need to use is e-commerce, no? Not static website, hindi na uso ang static website. E-commerce platform or at least e-commerce website, not necessarily mobile application, e-commerce website. When we say e-commerce website, it's a website that can transact a business. Meaning, if you are selling a product, they can purchase products. If you are selling a business, they can set appointment, they can purchase that service that you offer. If I am selling a franchise business, I can generate leads of franchisees. Okay? So it can process on its own the e-commerce website. Kasi the e-commerce website, every step of the customer journey, yung sinasabi kong warm, cold, warm, hot, and loyal customers, we can have that steps in the e-commerce platform. Okay, so this is very, very critical and it adds value to the business. Okay? And sa social media, you have two options, organic posting and paid advertising. You can use the Facebook Ads Manager to generate leads, not only from your existing subscribers or followers, but new audience talaga using the paid ads. Ito lang muna. Let's start with this social media, paid ads, e-commerce. Medyo mabigat na to. When we develop a website, may kasama dapat yan na SEO, Search Engine Optimization. Meaning, if someone searches for a franchise brand, barbecue franchise, lalabas kami doon kung naka-SEO kami. Okay? And content marketing depending on your type of business. So what I can recommend, ito lang muna. Number one, start with social media. Be good with social media. Second, mag-advertise ka. Advertising is not an expense. It's an investment. Okay? It's an investment. So if you know how to use the Facebook Ads Manager, you will be efficient in advertising. And the third one that you need to invest in marketing is e-commerce platform. That's very critical. It adds credibility to your business as a franchisor, and also it makes your marketing activity very, very efficient. Very, very efficient. Okay. Next is, okay. So some of the platforms that we use and being used by our clients. Chatbot, no? Chatbot, we install this in our messenger. Okay? Chatbot is a platform integrated in our messenger. So this is to chatbot, automate the chat. Okay? It automates the conversation so that if you advertise, for example, ang daming messages niyan, kung kulang yung tao mo, magdaragdag ng tao. So we can automate it using a chatbot. But aside from automation, it has database. Now we can retarget and look alike. Yung look alike, it's too technical, pero I'll try to explain it later. Okay? And e-commerce. Okay? So this is my food business, no? So if you visited our website, oops, kita na namin kayo. If you visited the website. If you explore the products that we offer, makikita rin namin kayo. If you added a product to the cart, mas kitang-kita namin kayo. If you added a product, try to have an sample, no? Visit my website and add a product to the cart. When you added a product to the cart, don't continue the purchase. Okay? Huwag nyo i-continue yung purchase. After 1 hour, may mag-automate na mag-follow up sa inyo. So that is what we call the abandoned cart. You abandoned a cart. So automatically may magka-follow up sa inyo. Oops, you may want to continue the purchase, ganyan. Pero it's because of the database. Okay? So every step of the way sa loob ng parang tindahan to, no? Kung sa physical store, mas matindi ang database ng digital. Okay. So what I can recommend is start with Facebook and Instagram, then eventually if you can have the chatbot and e-commerce. So this is how we set up our platform, no? So all of our ads, all of our Facebook posts, dito yan dinadala sa e-commerce. Bakit diretso sa e-commerce? Because we have the Facebook pixel that gives us high level of analytics because of the transactions, the database, etc. So dito namin dinadala lahat yung traffic. But if they ask for a question na wala pa sa website, they wanted to ask, my chat widget, when they click that chat widget, papasok yung chatbot. But sometimes customers ask directly from social media. So if they ask something about the price, how to order, ibabato na naman namin sila sa e-commerce. Dito ang bottom line ng transaction. Kasi they can purchase, they can have it delivered, they can pay the orders already. But more than that is the franchise, no? Yung mga customer namin na gustong-gusto yung products namin, nagiging franchisee namin. Kasi when they explore the website, makikita nila may franchise, makikita nila franchise information, they will register. If they registered, pasok na yan sa sales namin. Follow through, email, call. So we close the deal na. Okay? So everything is digital. Okay. So of course, from time to time, we use Google Ads. Okay? So very important in digital marketing is the primary target market, no? In any business, dapat alam natin ng primary target market. Otherwise, broad market targeting, it's not efficient. It's not efficient. Dapat alam natin ng profile, psychographic and demographic profile ng mga franchisees na target namin. Ito yung sinasabi ko, the sales funnel strategies. Franchise selling is high ticket selling. If it's high ticket selling, when we say high ticket selling, mahal, medyo may presyo. High ticket selling includes franchise kasi medyo high value. Yung consultancy namin medyo mataas din, so high ticket selling. If you sell a car, high ticket selling. If you sell sa real estate, high ticket selling. Very important in high ticket selling is the customer journey. Again, may binentahan ka na, for example, nasa mall ka, binentahan ka na, bigyan ka ng brochure, okay? Ng condo, 'di ba? Di naman pwede, oh, yung condo magkano 'yan? 2.5. Oh, ito 2.5, issue na kita ng cheque. Thank you. It's not like that, no? So, in high ticket selling, there's a long process of selling, customer journey. Pero every step of the way, may database yan. Iba ang approach sa cold audience, iba ang approach sa warm, iba ang approach sa hot. Pag sa converted, it's loyalty program. Okay? So different strategies. Once you have database, when we develop a digital marketing strategy, nandito na lahat ng strategy. Ano yung loyalty program mo? Ano yung conversion strategy sa hot? Anong conversion strategy sa warm and cold audience? Okay. So this is just an example, no? So quite technical. Pero sa customer journey, if you're into retail or service, sa retail, number one, the traffic will be coming from social media. There will be a post engagement. When they engage in a post, either they click the book now, the order now, or send message, dapat diretso yan sa website. So dapat very critical ang call to action. If they engage in a post, dapat pumunta sa website. Pag pumunta sa website, ito na yung sales funnel. Some of the visitors will explore the pages. Some will not. Some of the page visitors will add products to the cart. Some will not. But some of the persons who added product to the cart will continue the purchase. Some will abandon the cart. Pero all of this, they are already aware of the products and the brand. So tapos na sila sa cold audience. Ang iba dito nasa warm na. 2, 3, warm na yan. Ang 4, hot audience. Pag nag-purchase na yan, loyal customer, dapat magkaroon ng repeat purchase. So all of this has different marketing strategy. Okay? Lahat yan dapat may database. Same goes with the service type of business. If you are into service, so page visit, registration, purchase, continuing service. Okay? So the same lang yung process, magkaiba lang yung product or service offering. Okay? So yun ang objectives. 1 and 2, dapat make the people aware. 3, 4, and 5, dapat we will retarget them. We cannot retarget without database. Number 6, loyalty program. So this is your marketing strategy na. Okay? Awareness program, retargeting program, and loyalty. Okay? So almost done na tayo. So for expanding businesses na, lumalaki ng operation, so we have to automate. No, may automated na payroll system. Sa amin may production, may inventory, logistics automation. If you are into large operation, you can have ERP. Okay? So kami, one of the strategy namin sa franchisor, we prepare the franchisees for digital. So we train them. We have different training. As part of our initial training, meron na kaming social media pages, and then we guide them on how to advertise, etc., etc. Okay, so that's the end of the presentation. Ngayon, if you will be interested to expand your business, no, pwedeng franchise distribution. So we have free initial consultation. So ito rin ang ginagawa ko, no, sa e-commerce platform ko. I will invite you to visit my website and then mag-register kayo sa initial consultation. If you registered in my initial consultation, there's high level of interest. Kapag hindi ka interesado, di ka naman magpapa-consult kahit initial, 'di ba? So lahat na nagpapa-free initial consultation, nasa na yan, hot audience na yan. So marami kami mga new clients this year, galing pa yung sa pandemic ng 2020. Noong 2020, ang dami nagpapa-consult, 'di ba? Ang daming puro online, daming nagpapa-consult ng 2020, pero hesitant pa sila to grow because of the situation. Ang daming bumalik sa amin this year, coming from 2020 na mga initial consultation. Because we have continuing communication with them. Meron kaming email marketing, meron kaming mga social media posting. We even have YouTube. Okay? So we feed them with relevant information. Kaya bumabalik sa kanila, sila sa amin. It's because of the database. And lastly, if you want to know more about business strategy, so I have a YouTube channel din. So lahat ng mga about sa franchise, distribution, and e-commerce na mga strategies, so it's Business How-Tos by Jobs Habok. Pwede kayo mag-subscribe dyan. Okay? For free na mga trainings. Okay? So it's already 2:45. Yan, so sabi ko mga 1.5 hour lang. Tama naman ata. Okay? Do you have questions po para masagot natin?
No po, may question po ba? Pwede po tayo mag-unmute or mag-chat po sa ating chat box. Ayan, habang po naghihintay tayo, pwede po ba tayong mag-open ng camera para sa ating picture?
Yes. Photo shoot.
Ano lang po tayo. Taking lang po tayo.
Thank you for for my co-BNI sa BNI Extreme. Nandito sila. I invited them. Thank you for your support.
Ayan po. So, open camera po yung iba. Hindi po ba kaya ng ibang Yan.
Baka hindi nakapag-retouch. Okay lang kahit hindi nakapag-retouch.
So, wala na po bang hahabol? Sige po. 1, 2, 3. Smile po. So, ayan. Sige po. Pwede na po tayo mag-question kay sir. Kung meron po tayong clarification, and then meron po tayong gusto pang malaman tungkol po sa ating diniscuss po this afternoon. Yan. Pwede daw po bang makahingi ng PowerPoint po presentation?
Yes po. So siguro yung mga taga DTI po, pwede kayong mag-communicate sa kanila. Just send your email addresses tapos ibigay na lang sa akin. Yung hindi sa mga taga DTI, you can send me a message directly or pwedeng i-email niyo ako sa jghbusinessconsultancy@gmail.com. Send me your email address para I can share the presentation. Tapos yung mga hindi nakita yung buong presentation, I will ask a copy from DTI. Tapos I will post it in my YouTube channel para makita nyo yung ibang part na hindi natin naabutan. Especially yung sa introduction na part. Okay? Okay na po ata ma'am, wala na po atang questions. Hello ma'am, you're on mute po.
So, naintindihan na po yata sir, wala na po yata question.
Apo.
Ayan po. So,
okay, so thank you very much.
So, in behalf po ng DTI Bulacan and Negosyo Center Pulilan, we are very blessed and thankful po sa ating speaker for this afternoon sa pagbigay po ng kanyang expertise regarding sa business consultancy at saka po sa kanyang binigay na information regarding how to franchise a business. Then po, very thankful po ang DTI Bulacan sa pagbibigay po ng oras sa amin, sir. So thank you po for sharing your insight and expertise. Stay safe po sa ating lahat. God bless po. Good afternoon po.
Okay, thank you very much.
Po.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.